G'day legends, welcome back to another episode of the Butcher's Bible Podcast. I'm your host Ant and our guest here is Dave Corbett. Let's go. Woo! G'day Dave, how are you mate?
Hi Ant, yeah I'm good mate, thank you. Not bad at all.
Thank you so much for joining me mate.
You are welcome, it's been a long time coming.
It really has, hasn't it? It's been in the pipelines for quite some time for me.
But yeah. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, you should. Before we start, mate, I've got like a bit of a work bio breakdown of your like career. So be very interesting to see what you think. Dave Corbett started as a sad day lad, worked his way through managing over hundreds of departments such as sales and cash and carry in the Booker Group. He is a accredited Master Butcher of the Meat Institute, promoter of Providence for Animal Welfare, and a full-time fucking legend. Did I miss anything?
Actually, yeah, we missed the supermarket. How about that? I did a fair bit in the supermarket.
Did you?
Yeah. With I mean, it's not there anymore. Gateway Summerfield. So
okay,
yeah, mid-80s.
It's only a few years ago, really.
Yeah, it is in my head.
So with this episode, I really wanted to get like a whole back like glimpse of like your background and everything, and like where like all of this stemmed from, because you have a really extensive resume. But we know the Dave Corbett from like, I don't know how long I've known you, like 8-9 years maybe,
Yeah.
something like that. But
It's got to be.
To get like, yes, it's been a hell of a journey.
Children.
I am still a child anyway, so
Yeah, Laura said that,
yeah. Wait, what? You're in contact with the wife? Take us back, mate. Take us all the way back. Paint us a picture. Tell us about you. Yeah.
So at the age of 14, my mum worked in the village. It eventually became Spar. Yeah, you know the chain of shops.
Yep.
I think it was called D Discount at the time, and they had a butcher's in there. The village I'm from, Bulkington in Warwickshire, had 7 butchers in a village, right? And they needed a Saturday lad. Well, I was like, I fancy that, yeah, because my cousin actually worked in one of the other butchers. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do this. So she had a word, and I went in and seen the guy, and he's like, yeah, no problem, we'll take you on, you're a strong lad. So he put it to the manager of the store, and they were like, can't do it. There's a new law. You got to be 15 years old. So I was like, gutted. So my mum's workmate was just going down, and the butcher was on the doorstep, and he's like, you don't know any strapping young lads, do you? They want a Saturday job. A couple of hours after school. And she's like, hang on a minute. So literally ran back, grabbed me and dragged me down there. And the interview was, can you make tea? Yep. Can you lift a full bucket from the sink? Yeah. That was it. That was the interview.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. You know, and 46 years later, I'm still doing it. I'm still lifting buckets from the sink. I'm still making tea. So yeah. Yeah, we've moved on well there. I used to do Tuesday, Thursday, Friday evening after school. So about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. All day Saturday. So that would be 7:30 till 4:30. And I loved it. So I used to be there, you know, weekends, cleaning the fridge out, cleaning the freezer out, tidying up, you know, washing out the back, getting everything back to where it should be, ready for them to mess it all up from Monday again, you know.
Yeah.
And do you know the thing? I can still remember the tracks I used to hear on the radio when I was in the fridge cleaning. It's vivid. It's like I'm still there now. And when I say to people I'm still a Saturday lad, I am. I genuinely am. I took a phone call about 3 or 4 weeks ago now off the top man in Booker, Fresh Foods. And he was like, what are you doing? I said, I'm scrubbing my fridge floor. Sorry? It's like we don't pay an Institute of Meat accredited master butcher to scrub the floor. I went, well, that's the kind of wage I'm on, but here I am. I said, look,
Yeah.
the day I don't enjoy cleaning is the day I stop butchering.
Yeah.
It's part,
Wise words.
yeah, it's part of the job. You know, this is where we are. So yeah, so obviously did the cleaning on a Saturday afternoon. We would empty the front display and all that stuff, clean all that out, you know. And probably a couple of weeks into it, I was like, listen, Mrs. Smith there has just asked for a piece of topside. And then Mrs. Brown has just said a piece of silverside, but you've given her the same red stuff with the white stuff on it. Why? And he's like, come here. So he took me over to the counter and then he's showing me the different grains, you know, and these are different muscles. This is where they are. And he's grabbing my leg going, that's the outside, that's your silver side, you know. Didn't go for the top side because I'd decked him. So, but yeah, that was it. That got me hooked. Absolutely hooked. So loved that job. I, as a Saturday lad, I used to take weeks off work, off school to work and
Mm.
cover the butchers in there. So at 14, I was offered a job when I left school. So
Amazing.
yeah, so he was training me from that moment on, you know. So by the time I left school, which was April 2, I could break down all the carcass. So I just loved it. But when I was off
Wow.
school, my teachers knew where I was. They, one of them actually lived in the flats across the road from the shop. He would come in every morning to make sure I was there. And of course, being a school teacher, he finished earlier than I did. And he'd come by and make sure I was there again, you know? And then, I mean, the kids now take 2 weeks off and go for work experience, don't they? So you
Hmm.
pretty much say that I pioneered that. So loved it.
Oh, wow.
But
Encourage more people to get out and do something for those 2 weeks instead of just fart assing around in the streets and
yeah,
staying out too late and that.
yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. You know,
Mm.
I still did that as well. But it's just, I found, I didn't think it was a job. It'd become a hobby. You know,
Mm.
I can't explain it. I just love it. So I was there till I was, I left on my 21st birthday. So that was when I went into the supermarket with Gateway Summerfield it became. I actually think Morrison's bought them out somewhere along the line. I enjoyed that as well. I mean, we had like a 40-foot long cabinet, a base and 3 shelves, you know, so 160 linear foot of shelving to have a go at. And then we had 5 butchers, 3 packers, and we were full on. But back in them days, and it wasn't a 24/7 shopping experience, you know. We didn't open on a
Mm.
Sunday.
Yeah.
We,
Traditions were
yeah,
Sundays you had to close. Yeah.
yeah. We were open late night was 7 o'clock.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it just, we had it running so good. The the butchery manager was Ray Spraggett, and he's still around. He's out in South Africa. And
Oh, cool.
I actually, well, about 6 weeks ago, his son came to see me, Derry, because Derry was like the young improver, and then you got your butchers, and then you got Ray. And Ray, without a doubt, had the most impact on my managerial style because he flowed, absolutely flowed. You know, when if you imagine, he took 2 weeks holiday, so they would send in like the area trainee manager. Yeah, he would just come and join in with us, kind of thing. And he goes, Dave, we've got to do a stock take. Get your calculator. I've got the pad and pen. Let's go do it. And I went, yeah, okay. So we walked out the front because the cutting unit was in the warehouse. And then you had to walk through the warehouse and then open the big doors, and there you are, there's a shop floor. And to the right, we had a 40-foot jumbo freezer, you know, the open top ones?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then in one of the aisles, we had another 40-foot run. And I was, okay, look, this one's 2.5 grand. That one's $3,500. No, Dave, no way. We're counting this. I was like, no, we do it every time. No, you don't need to. We set it out. We counted it as we filled it. So we know the value. If it's looking low, we'll decrease it by a couple £100. We're there, you know? And this guy's like, Dave, we're going to count it. And we come in and pennies. It was pennies. I went, we have just wasted 2 hours. And that was how Ray thought, you know? Let's count it in, and then we know where we are. If it's up to the load level all the way, that is the maximum it'll ever be. And yeah, genius, man manager.
Wow.
He was
Work smarter, not harder in that whole concept, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. He was so confident as well. I'll never forget this. Asda opened a new superstore in Coventry, just near Junction 2 on the M6. And he got in touch with them and said, listen, we have got a fantastic team. Take us all on. And they're like, what? Really? Yeah. And then he walked upstairs in Gateway, knocked on the office, and he said, listen, boss, we need to talk wages. And he's like, Ray, I don't know about that, you know? And he went, no, not just me, all of us. And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, if you don't, we're going to Asda. And that was it. We all got a 35 quid pay rise that week.
Oh, he's just snaking it underneath, isn't he? Just coming in. Oh, man, it's brilliant.
He was brilliant. And do you know what? I only ever seen him hold an 8-inch London steak knife. He never did any boning. He never did any steak cutting. But he had always got this knife in his hand and looked busy. But he never, ever used it. He didn't need to, because we were good. We were like the SAS of butchering. It was an amazing team. So, yeah, miss them days. You know, you used to have the radio on. You used to put your CDs in, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's really good. But, yeah, one of the lads got stabbed under the eye once because they were dancing while they were deboning.
He just punk.
Literally got him there.
Oh,
So, yeah, so close. And it was just
that's
like,
close.
yeah, just hang on, I'll put a plaster on. And that was it then, carried on dancing. So, yeah.
Just super glue and a plaster, and that was it.
We're done. Yeah, into it. I did. Crikey, where did I work? Coventry, Nuneaton, Atherstone, Hinckley, Daventry. So one of the things,
Big brands.
yeah, I never got bored. That is something that I do get bored. So I've got a really bad attention span. I mean, I can't watch films. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So, and I get the same at work. If I'm not busy, if I'm not killing myself, I'm not happy. So,
yeah, it's just bred to be a butcher. That's all of us, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Attention to detail is the bigger part of like what keeps us stimulated. But it's if we're not busy or we're not in the mix of that whole like chaos, everything else is just boring to us, you know. And it's those ADHD moments that you catch yourself where you're like, oh.
Where it's all spinning, and then it stops. It's like, oh, here I am. Yeah.
Oh, we're back here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I used to do training for them as well. You know, if they had new people come on board, then they'd send me into their store for a week just to work with the new people. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah. In fact, when we move on later, I can tell you a good story about that. But I've also gone back to the high street with Aubrey Allen. Everyone knows Aubrey Allen. You know, at the time, Aubrey Allen, who set it up in the 30s, I'm going to say. Yeah. At its peak, I think there was 25 shops in Coventry alone.
Whoa.
Yeah. If you look on Instagram now, Peter started to close down some of the shops as the leases came up, that kind of thing, and concentrate on catering. And now they've got the Royal Warrant. They supply all the King's places. Michelin star restaurants are falling out of their pockets. It's amazing, you know. And
Wow.
And when I was there in '89, that was when he got the vision for the catering department. Okay, And they literally closed down a shop in a shopping precinct, whitewashed the windows, had a fridge firm in, built bigger fridges, yeah, took out everything, all the display cabinets, etc. Yeah, and that was their first catering branch. So,
Wow.
and look at them now, man. Look at them now. They're
Oh,
state of the art. Absolute
yeah,
state of the
state
art.
of the art.
Yeah. So it was good to be involved in that. Enjoyed that. Yeah, where from there? Into Booker for the first time in
Yes.
early 90s. I was there, and then I got an offer to buy into a retail shop, a high street shop, and I thought, you know what? I need to paddle my own boat. So yeah, I think I was there for 18 months with Booker at Coventry and tripled the turnover. And yeah, it's what I do, and that's the thing. That's what I do.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You know what I mean? If it was my own business, I'd be a rich man. I really would be a rich man. But I would have been bored.
You would have me a shop down here in Dorset, baby.
Yeah,
I'll be working for it.
yeah. But I would have been bored at some point. So it's just one of them things. It's just lethal. But anyway, I bought into this shop. He was a 1950s style butcher. If you couldn't chop it or saw it, didn't want to know. So one day I turned up for work at 4 o'clock and completely laid the shop out. He walked in the building at 6:30. Everything's on, and he's like, "That window's no good. There's no dog meat. There's no dog meat. There's no dog bones. That draws people in." I'm like, "Oh, shut up." So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually we started. Oh, we started to do the value added stir fries. Oh yeah,
Fucking stupid.
we did. We did
Oh,
stuffed bell peppers, the red, greens, and yellow. Yeah,
traffic light ones.
yeah. We did loads of
Mm.
stuff, and his wife's cousin had a stall on the market, which is like 200 yards away. So he got all the market produce delivered to him via him at market prices, and we were killing it, absolutely killing it. Profit was ridiculous because people hadn't seen that kind of thing. And I was just making this shit up as I was going along. I'm like, well, okay, yeah, let's have a go at this then. Um, oh man, I wish I was younger now. You know,
You're only 21, 22 anyway, made by heart.
oh man, it's 14 in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember we had another butcher around the corner, Graham Starkey, amazing butcher. He used to judge livestock competition.
Wow.
He yeah, here's another story for you. So anyway, Graham came in the back of the shop, okay, and he stood on the top step and he's looking, and I got like 12 boxes of peppers, you know, like the 6 kilo boxes, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got 5 or 6 sacks of onions, and he's like, "Maduck, what are you doing?" I thought I walked into a butcher's, not a fruit and veg merchant. I was all right, and he goes, "If my dad, no, if my granddad, right, because he's one of these fifth generation butchers, could see that, he would throw all of that outside, and then he'd throw you after it." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm returning 75%. Really? How'd you do that?"
This is here. They speak for themselves.
Let me pack you these boxes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Graham, I said to him, I need to buy live. I need to know that I can make a profit off a live animal at market. How do I do that? And he starts laughing. And he said, "Come with me next Tuesday." I said, "Okay." So we went along, I think it was Stratford way. Yeah. So we get in the pen, right? And there's this beautiful heifer. And he's like, "I like the look of this." He said, "You know where the sirloin is, Dave? You know, feel along there. If you can feel the ribs, too shallow. Don't want it." I was like, "No, this is nice." Okay. Let's go around the front, Dave. Grab the fat on the brisket, you know, where the sternum is. I was like, "Yeah, yeah." So grab the fat. I was like, "Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, not too bad." All right. Let's go around the back end. Okay. So he lifts the tail and he slaps this heifer right on the top side. And he's like, You don't want to grab a big handful of fat, Dave. I was like, oh, okay, right. Yeah, sure. So he goes, yeah, hold the tail. So he passed me the tail, right? I mean, that should have been the trigger, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
I lifted the tail and I went slap. And just as that slap landed, I got kicked across the pen. And there was, I think it was 3 farmers on the outside that knew us both, and they were in hysterics. And I was like, you knew that was going to happen. It was like,
That's for the bell peppers, you bastard.
no. I visit his gravestone every now and then just to stick 2 fingers up at him, you know? Never forget that. The bruising and was phenomenal. I have never, I mean, you know, you come off mountain bikes, you play rugby, you judo, jiu-jitsu, you know, bruised, yes, but my life, that was deep. It was purple for weeks.
Yeah,
Cheers
yeah.
for that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine, mate. That's crazy.
Yeah. And
Oh, getting.
another one with Graham. I rang him one day because I knew he was on his own. His employee, Bill, was on holiday. So I was like, do you know what? I'll give him a call. Didn't pick the phone up. I was like, oh my life. Whoa, this is not good. So I said to Mick, my partner in the shop, I was like, listen, I'm going to run around there. I mean, and for me to run 400 yards, crazy. But I needed 9 long when I got there. And Graham was sat on his block with a cup of tea, right? And he's got a customer on the dining room chair in the corner of the shop, because that's the kind of shop it was. People went to say hello. Even if they weren't buying, they would still drop in and say hello. And I said, Graham, when I got my breath back, you didn't pick up. And he went, Dave, that's there for my benefit, not yours.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, cheers, Graham. Nice. So,
Yeah, you got me again, you bastard.
yeah. So while I was in this shop, I'd have been maybe 2 years by this point. Booker Cash and Carry bought Nerden and Peacocks, which was around about 40 cash and carriers deep. And so I think they bought the whole lot for £1, right? Yeah, because they were struggling big time. They needed out. And so Booker bought them. And so they had a look at it at Nuneaton, right? Which is like 2 miles from where I live and worked. And they came in and see me. And can you talk? I was like, yeah, why? What's up? Would you come back? No, we're good. But I'm 50% shareholder in this. Yeah, I'm good. And they were like, we would really love you to come back. Come and have a look at it. You know, because obviously I'd done the business at Coventry before. So I was like, do you know what? Okay, I'll come and have a look. So they spent 50 grand on the department in like 92, I think it was. A lot of money.
Quite a bit of money.
Yeah. And I thought, I could smash this. I could really go with this. Because they were just talking about an Asian and Orient concept, right? And so, like, you know, the 10-kilo blocks of chicken in various stages of water content from like 50%, 60, 70, 80, 90. And I was like, okay, I could work this well. So I said, right, let's have a chat about money. I was like, yep, ears are open. How much do you want? And I was like, bearing in mind, this is 1992. And I said, do you know what? I'd come back. I'll put 8 grand on my salary. And they went, yeah, okay, straight away. That was it. And I was like, I could have got 10. I was gutted. On that drive home, I was crying because I realised I'd just done myself out of 40 quid a week. But yeah, so I was there for about 18 months. And they took me out and put me over the 100 departments then, because I took that from 7 grand a week to 42 grand a week in 18
That's
months.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But it's knowing your target, isn't it? That's what it is. I ain't the best butcher in the world. I'm not the fastest butcher in the world, but I know who to talk to and where I'm going to get my money. So that's what I do. So yeah,
It's one of the strengths.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mm.
But also, I'm happy to talk to people. You don't have to buy off me because I know that once you know me, one day your butcher will let you down. Where are you going to go? You're going to come talk to me, aren't you? So that's what we do. So I went out on the road for 5 years, um, smashed it, loved it, took it from the smallest region on the company and got it up to third, you know. So there was only like the London area and Scotland, I think it was, that was better than me on sales, you know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So I was happy with that.
Well, London speaks for itself, and London speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like I'm looking after millions per week, which was nice. Yeah. That gave me a great insight to business, really. You know, while I was there, my regional director got me hooked up with the oh crikey, what are they called? Institute of Supervision and Management. And I did a course with them. I was the only butcher
Okay. What's
that's ever done that. So
really?
yeah, yeah. So that covered off things like obviously your managerial side because like you got to look at HR, which was not what it is nowadays. You know you got to look at profit and loss, how to understand that, how to develop sales. Which wow, yeah, I'm all over that. So yeah, I did that. Got the certificate. So all good. So
Yeah, nice.
then they actually took me off the road because they had some consultants come in and they said, "Listen, you're top heavy. You don't need all these managers, you know." And so what they said was the actual manager of the branches should be doing what you do, Dave. So therefore, we're now going to take your role away, and we want you to become a manager. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. That's a lot of
Yeah.
the attention span won't see me doing that. I can see it now. But I did it for about 13 months. Did it? I started off in the centre of Birmingham, and the guy that was the manager of that now runs the company. So where did I go
Cool.
wrong? I was told to literally learn the job. That was it. That was my induction. Go learn the job. So I stuck to him like glue because like, he was a high flyer, and
Mm.
we had a great time. And so this one day, the sales team used to be rented from the regional office. Yeah, so you would pay the wages of the sales team, you would pay for the car, the fuel, everything. Yeah, and
Mm.
then they would come, they would smash whatever area you wanted them to go and target, and then they'd go away. You know, so that was it. So this one day, I said to the guy, I mean, you do realise that they're lying to you. I mean, you know me, and truth Tourette's, it
Mm.
always comes out, doesn't it? And he's like,
Yes.
tell me more. And I was like, they're coming in and they are picking up a lapsed customer report. They're going to visit them people, but they're not getting them to come back in and shop. They're just giving them a new account number and then telling you that they've got another 30 customers. But there's 30 customers that you've already had that haven't spent. And he's like, oh, went up like a bottle of pop. He gets on the phone to my old regional director. The regional director's on the phone to me going, what the hell have you done? Right?
Of course.
Yeah. I was like, told the truth. So I explained what was happening. And he's like, right, infiltrate. Like, what do you mean? He's like, get in there, go and learn that section of the job. Oh, okay, fine. So that was that. I got in there. That was brilliant. But when I did that, I also got to deal with the people that do all the promotional products, you know, like your leaflets and that kind of thing and the brochures. Right. And I actually got them to do a brochure for our branch. And then I said, all we need to do is change the outer cover because the outside will be a picture of that branch. The back will
Mm.
be a map of how to get there, you know, all the opening times, that kind of thing. On the inside cover, the management team of that branch. And then on the inside of the back cover, I can't remember what else went on it. I said, so all the internal stuff is the same for all 6 branches in Birmingham. Can we not run it out for that? So that got run out. Then they did it for the whole region, and then they did it for the whole company. So I enjoyed that. Yeah, again, it's something different that keeps me occupied. I don't get bored.
Yeah, it keeps your toes wet, you know, in
Yeah,
like a different field, isn't it? It's quite cool.
absolutely.
Mm.
And all the time, I've got all the butchers still dealing with me because they had no one to go to because there was no regional guy anymore. So they were still going through me. So I was still involved in the butchery as well. Got involved with selling for the butchery as well. So that was good. That was a good start. And what do we do then? I moved to Nuneaton, where I'm at now, as deputy general manager. You know, £1 million a week cash and carry back in 19. I don't know. God, what do you mean 90? I started back there in 97, and so this would be about 2001. And they seconded the general manager and went, Dave, you're running this place. I thought, really? So basically, I relied on the people that knew me as Dave the Butcher. Yeah, because I'd been there
Yeah.
before. And so they've been doing the job 20 odd years. So they just helped me out. It was brilliant. So we did that. And then they said, you're doing such a good job, Dave. We're going to move you to Coventry. I was like, no, don't do that. And they were like, no, you'll be great. No, I've been there once. I don't want to do it again. And they're like, no, you're
Yeah.
going. I said, no, if you put me in there, I'll leave. I have to leave. So they put me in there. And 3 weeks later, I was gone.
Why?
Well, I put my notice in. I'd got another job to go to. Um, it just did me in. Coventry is horrible. You know, I
In
like
what sense?
it's just very difficult trading circumstances there. Really difficult because we're so close to Birmingham. A lot of the people will buy B grade product from Birmingham who will deliver in carrier bags in the back of a estate car. You know, and if you're doing the job right, mate, no. So you can't match that price. I mean, talk about provenance and animal welfare. You know,
Mm.
they didn't care. So the inner city is a very difficult trading environment.
Okay.
So yeah, so we did that. I went then to break prime meats. You might have seen the lorries up and down the motorway. Breaks are a food service provider, and we set up that. Four of us got that going. Again, I was there for, I could say 14, 15 months, I think, in total. I had 7 managers, and I was like, I am not comfortable with this. Seriously.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, you just get to
Mm.
know somebody, and then they get hoiked out because they're too good, and they want them at head office, or they're not good enough. So off you trot. Yeah, it's quite a cutthroat job, that. So I I used to liaise with the suppliers as well as working with the reps, with chefs, etc. So again, always in the meat industry kind of thing, not necessarily on the knife. But I got the book then for sales, and yeah, worked for a few. Worked for a few. Um, Sales director of 2. Yeah. So I had a disagreement. And I literally went from sales director to job seekers in one argument. And so I said to Jan, "Look, yeah, I'm sacked again." I've been sacked 3 times, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so
Creative differences, as they say.
that's correct. Yes. Or can't be stood on. One or the other, isn't it?
I would say not stood on in my professional opinion.
Sorry. Yeah. So from that, where did I go from there? Oh, yeah. I was out of work for 4 weeks in total, but I applied for a job with Booker because I thought, well, I need money coming in. So, I'll apply for this front of house job, running the cash points, running the tills, running the reception. So the manager of the place rang me up and he went, Dave, that's you, isn't it? I was like, yes, leave it with me. And the next morning I was butchery manager again at Booker Coventry.
Back to Coventry
Yeah.
again after you fucking hated it.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that was 2013. And since 2013, I've been with Booker again. But I got to say, they look after me, they really do. Yeah. No job's easy, is it? But they look after me.
That's
So,
good.
so from that, I did Coventry. I moved to Leicester. I moved to Warwick, and then over to Nuneaton, where I'm at now. I've been here 4 years, and each one I've quadrupled the turnover and the cash profit.
Yes.
So
Yeah. You're very proud of your statements when it comes to those. Like when I speak to you outside of like work and everything, you do say this has been the turnover and that, and you take a lot of pride in that, which is like a really good influence, I guess, for people to strive a bit more. Might not be on the cutting side or this and that, but like definitely with sales and turnovers and that, you do strive highly on that like that end
oh
because
mate,
the butchery side.
it gets me buzzing. You know, I mean,
Mm.
one thing I do love is the fact that I can go and talk to a chef in his kitchen because of my sales background. I know what he wants from the product, what he's going to do with it, how he's going to hold it. You know, it's like the feather blade. That is the ultimate for a wedding. You can hold that temperature for an hour in a hot cab
Mm.
if the speeches are running
Mm.
over. You know, but when you're talking to a young chef and saying, "Listen, that gristle, you got to trust me, it's going to break down into like pork pie jelly," and they're like, "Whoa, no, look at that gristle. I'm not buying that." And it's like, mate, seriously, this is going to earn you a fortune and look after you at the same time. So,
Yeah.
you know,
And it's also explaining to those younger people as well, like, yes, that might look unattractive, but the flavor profile, because you've got two muscles sitting there that's divided by, that sinew. The flavor depth and like trying to describe that to people and get them more fired up, it's not what they've seen on TV and what are those other
yeah,
bits. It's actually putting practice and having a little bit of belief in yourself. I found dealing with chefs as well when doing that side, and they're like, "Oh no, I don't want to touch that. It's too much fat." I'm going, "Fat equals flavor," but when this renders out, the profile of this muscle is just going to explode, especially with what you're creating and doing.
yeah.
Just believe in yourself a little bit, mate. Fucking trust me. Let's do it. And then like 9 times out of 10, they're like, "That was fucking good." Oh yeah, and there's like, "Oh yeah, the price has changed though."
And also, go and get yourself a Mrs. Beaton's and learn how to cook properly. You know, it's like, yeah. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Mm.
So that has been a forte of mine, I guess. The fact that I can talk that side of it and then come and relay it back to the butchers and get what we want from them, you know, so everyone's happy.
Mm.
Love that side of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely love it. And people buy from people, don't they?
Exactly right. Yeah,
You know?
exactly right. They want to they want to speak to you, they want to hear you. It's putting a face to a big brand or a small brand. It's always nice to see people's faces and who you're dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
I mean, off the back of, like I say, I get looked after. Off the back of what I do, it opened doors for me to help with the level 1 training of the apprentices in branch. You know, I mean, we won the IGD award at Tobacco Docks. Jesus, pre-COVID. Um, that was amazing because at Booker, we will say, "You're paying an interest in butchering. Do you want to come and have a go at it?" Yeah. So let's say you do 38 hours. We'll leave you 18 hours doing your existing job, and then you will come in with me for 20 hours a week, and you'll get a feel for it. And if at any point you don't want to continue, you go back to your job, 38 hours. Not a problem. Vice versa, if I don't think you'll ever become a butcher, then I'll suggest that you go back because I don't want to waste your time. Don't want to waste my time.
Yeah, exactly. Very important to be transparent.
Oh yeah, the truth always. So then we do a level 2 and level 3 apprenticeship now through the FDQ. So that's a nationally recognised, and three of them that I'm mentoring have just done their EPA for level 2. We're all fingers crossed now. I've got great confidence in them. Honestly, I have. So that's good. I trailblazed the level 3 before it went live. So again, that's an opportunity that I would never have got if I weren't being looked after, you know? So that I was buzzing over that, loved it. And that's why I'm so big
Very
about
good.
apprenticeships now, because like having done one, I totally understand it. But again, I didn't realise I would have to take my maths and English exam to do this apprenticeship. because at 14, I was leaving school. I didn't take any exams. I literally just said,
Yeah.
that's it, we're done. See ya. So at the ripe old age of 51, I think I was. Yeah, I was sat with Martin Taylor from Saltley, and we're both signing up. Yeah, we've been chosen. Awesome. We'll do this. Oh, the guy said, okay then, lads, how's your maths and English? We're like, yeah, we're okay. Great, come on then, let's go do the test. Sorry, test? What test? Well, you need a minimum, of English and maths. Oh no. So we did it, and he went, you can't give me a certificate. So therefore, you've got to take your, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a part of a GCSE. So we had to do that for English and maths. I mean, I had never heard of a hyperbole. Yeah,
Okay.
don't know what it is. I couldn't even tell you what it is now, even though I passed the exam. But it was just, and I had a proper row with the tutor about BODMAS, brackets, order, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. And I'm like,
Yeah. Okay.
right. So it's like, Dave, the answer you give me isn't correct. I was like, I'm not stupid. I've dealt with millions per week. So I'm telling you now, that is right. No, no, no. Ever since the Romans put 0 before 1, I went, stop. I went to school after the Romans, and that is the answer I've got using my schooling. And it's like, well, it's wrong. And I was like, hey, bullshit, you know? Yeah. So we did all that. Level 3. So then we use level 4 as the Institute of Meat Craft Butcher Award.
Mm.
And then level 5 is the Institute of Meat Accredited Master Butcher Award. And so we put this to the IGD. We actually had 3 judges, right, in front of a block, literally 3 foot in front of it, watching the level 1s break the lamb carcass into 3, the level 2s deboning the legs, making them look pretty, different job on them. Level 3s were doing the shoulders, level 4s broke down the saddle, and then I was level 5, and I got to do all the sexy shit like lamb cannons, lamb strip loins, French trim racks, that kind of thing. So they actually said at the award ceremony after we'd got the award, we were up against some major players like Aviva Insurance and Coca-Cola, because it was all about the training package. And so because
Yes.
we could give them a live demo of, these youngsters here have never cut a lamb before today, and on we went, they said, walk into the car, you've got it. And we had to wait 3 months to be told. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. But the
Yeah.
best part about that is that obviously Tesco own Booker. The
Yes.
prize was sponsored by Sainsbury's, and so Sainsbury's had to present a Tesco division with the prize.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, so I love it getting to work with the trainees. Really do. 19th of November, I'll be in Halesowen in my element, because it's great to see these people grow. They flourish. And then I do get invited along to the level 2 stuff as well, like Plumpton and Meat Ipswich, Crosby training. So yeah, love that side of it. So I'm
They're
talking.
doing a great job, Crosby.
Yeah, I am talking way too much, aren't I? Sorry. So
Nope, not at all, mate. This is your episode. You can do whatever you want.
yeah, so I love that side of it. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm still at Booking and Eaton, still smashing it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm hoping for big things this Christmas. Big thing.
In terms of like
Sales.
turnover or
Yeah.
sales, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be mega.
I don't doubt it.
I can feel it.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
It's coming.
I can feel it in my loins.
Was it? What's that? I think it's a film about Vietnam, isn't it? Where he opens the tent in the morning and says, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning." That's me. I love the smell of sales. So
I love the smell of turkey in the morning.
yeah, I mean, talking about me and my provenance, etc., and animal welfare, I do have many discussions And at Booker, we give 100% guarantee on quality for all our protein.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So at the moment, a big thing is the price on mince. And so I'm saying, look, I will never buy mince trim. I mean, we don't bone carcass meat out. We haven't got time. There's 185 of us, and last full financial year, yes, we did over 400 million quid on meat.
Oh.
So we don't have
Oh.
time to bone it. It's simple as
No.
that. But what we
No.
do have, we have access to the farms that supply us. And all of our beef for all the 185 of us comes out of one plant.
Yeah.
So traceability, it's immense. Absolutely. It's amazing. So we do all that. And I have people asking for cheap mince. I've got a competitor who's like $8.99 for his mince per kilo. And I'm like, seriously, that is from all over the animal. You are not going to get a guarantee on what fat content it is because
Mm-hmm.
he can't do a chemical lean test. It's all visual. And as far as he's concerned, he needs to clear everything off that carcass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
I will not buy that. I will not buy trim. If you buy mince from me, you go and pick the primal and I will mince it. And they're like, all right. So this guy, he makes burgers and street food vendor. And he raves about the quality that I sell him. But he's like, look, the price is getting too rich for me. What can I do? I'm like, put your price up. Because I'm not moving, I'm not.
Counteract. Yeah.
I am not going to sell you Dutch bull beef. I'm not going to sell you Polish cow beef. I am going to sell you prime heifer and steer beef. That's it. If I'm too rich, then I'll totally get it. It's a business decision you've got to make. You either move with the price or you go and buy cheaper because I won't be able to do it for you. So
You'd rather think about it logically and say, I would rather bump up my prices a couple of pounds than downgrading, keeping the same price, but downgrading your quality. Like you would definitely think about the logic on that. But people just see prices of what it costs, like for them to buy. But then your end product is going to be worse off than it was.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm,
And then what do? You lose custom. And
exactly right.
when people have a bad experience, they tell other people. So you
Mm-hmm.
lose a lot of custom. So
Yep. You can provide 99 good services, but everyone remembers the one bad.
especially dead right, mate, dead right.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's my career to date. I think.
Fantastic. I absolutely endured. Like, that was so much fun. Good
Sorry,
insight.
I talk way too
That's
much.
right. That's brilliant, man. It's good. I wanted to talk to you about being accredited Master Butcher. Like, can you give me like a rundown of that process of when you actually did that?
Sure.
Because I don't know really too much about it. Take a water break, mate. While you're there.
Yeah. Sorry. Right. So.
You can inhale. You can inhale now.
Can I go get my charger? My phone's going to
Yeah.
die. Yeah, right.
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
Hang
yeah.
on. Oh, no. You're right, mate. You just fell over.
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm sturdy as an ox, baby.
Right. Good. Right then. So, what was we talking about then? Sorry, I forgot.
Accredited Master Butcher and like doing the process and like who told you to do it or if you just did it off a whim or anything.
Yeah. So that accredited Master Butcher came off the back of me trailblazing the level 3 apprenticeship.
Mm.
So I got it all boxed off and I was waiting for the exam and the government hadn't signed off the exam. So our top man, Paul Miles, the fresh food guy at Booker, he walks into Warwick where I was at the time. He's like, listen, Dave, thanks very much for what you're doing. I want you to keep the flow going. I was like, what's that then? He's like, yeah, fill this up. And he gave me a folder, empty folder. And he's like, you're going to be getting a phone call. It's the Institute of Meat. And they're fully aware that you're waiting for the exam to be done. So you've definitely got the knowledge, the background to go for the accredited Master Butcher title. So we would like you to do it. And this is what I'm saying about Booker look after me, you know, because they paid for everything. So
Wow.
I took a phone call from Roger Reeson, and this is the thing I was talking about when I did supermarket. Roger Reeson was going to be my moderator for the Institute of Meat to help me put the portfolio together, to put forward to the board, and then they would read all my evidence, back up my chances of going for the accreditation, because you're not in the room with them. Yeah, you've literally got to fill this out and think you're giving it to someone that has never had any contact with meat in their life. So you've got to fill that in. So I got that. So Roger rang me, and we had a 40-minute interview on the phone to see if I was worthy of applying. And I'm like, you know, I couldn't believe it. I was sweating. I was like,
Yeah, I can
"Whoa,"
imagine. Yeah.
you know? So at the end of it, I said, he said, well, without a doubt, Dave, you've got the knowledge needed. So let's do this. I will put forward, you'll get the criteria and the package. It's like a support package telling you what they expect, how you're going to lay it out, what you're going to do. It'll be with you in a week or so. Okay, fine. So they did that. I got it. He rang up, followed up. Are you happy with it? Are you comfortable? I was like, yeah, got it. No problem. So I was given that interview on the 5th of November. Generally, it can take maybe up to a year to put the portfolio together, and you get visits off your moderator to come and go through what you've done, and they'll make suggestions. Take that out. That's not adding nothing to your portfolio. Put this in. How about this? And it's brilliant. That's how it operates. Nobody wants you to fail, and sort of like, let's say that you haven't got enough experience with slaughter, they will suggest you need to get yourself into a abattoir, and learn this. So yeah, it's all good. So we had that conversation. I got the package. You got 4 key areas. You got butchery, food hygiene and safety, integrity and attitude, and business. So
Okay.
you've got to provide evidence that you've done this. So like,
Yeah.
with the butchery side of it, from farm to fork. So they expect you to be able to talk through selecting livestock, which clearly I had done, and still got the marks. And
Yeah.
so yeah, you got all that. Uh, how about people you've trained? What have you done for the industry? And so, because of my training days with Gateway Summerfield, again, I was able to back
Yeah.
that up. Aubrey Allen's had a young improver there who went on to manage shops. So, I could put that together. So that was good.
Is that so saying those people's names, do you have to reach out and they have to tick off a box and say, yes, that's true? Or is that just you putting that in there and they just go with believing you?
Yeah, no, they'll believe you. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody was
Yeah.
contacted that I know of. But obviously, with the later stages with the Booker personnel, our HR deal with the Institute. So they could have checked them out without me knowing.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so
Makes
I'm not
sense.
not quite
Mm.
sure about that. Because like, I've been back there 12 years. So yeah, they had plenty to go at with the people that work with me, train with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously food hygiene, you need to be level 3 in management, that kind of thing. So that's all good. Integrity and attitude. Well, you can back that up with all your sales, etc. Stuff like that. Business. How have you developed business? Well, I was in my forte there, wasn't I? It's like, yep, there you go. Slapped it all down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing outrageous. You
Mm.
literally have done everything that they want. It's just how you lay it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Putting that portfolio together, like I say, it normally takes about a year. Me being me, they dangled the carrot. Listen, Princess Anne's going to be at the award ceremony. If you want to meet her, you need to get this done by mid-January. So I got it together in 2 months. And they're like, don't be stupid. There's no way you'll be ready. How rude. Yeah, of course I'm ready. Let's do this. So, yeah, I got to meet Princess Anne. So that goes down well.
Wow.
Yeah. Loved that.
Were you doing these ones when you saw her, mate? You did the old.
No, I'll tell you what I was doing, right? Um, they sort of read out a little bio about you as you're walking to the stage. And there were clearly people in that audience that were not butchers, right? They were built like brick shit houses, all with sharp haircuts, all with polished shoes. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Do not trip on that top step, because if you fall, right, you're going to have 6 bullets in your head before you hit the floor. I'm like, no, don't do it. So that was the most nerve-wracking bit, because Princess Anne is a great lady, you know, really, really listens to what they're saying about you, because she said, so have you done an apprenticeship? I went, actually, I'm waiting to do the exam. And she's like, but I'm just about to give you your Master Butcher. I went, yeah, I know, give it here.
Give me the award, please.
Yeah.
We're going in reverse on this one.
But the best thing about my day there, right? I mean, I had a great day, right? Honestly, did not have to put my hand in my pocket. And this is what I'm saying about Booker looking after me, right? Whoever goes for the award with Booker, you don't pay a penny. They'll pay your train, they'll do everything, you know? They'll take you out for a meal, they'll put you up, you know? It's like, they really do celebrate success. I think that's the best way of putting it. So, but before I went to Painters Hall, because Butchers Hall was having a £7 million refit, I went to see George Donnelly at Borough Market. And that was more exciting to me than meeting Princess Anne.
Yeah,
So
the big D, man. Legend.
Yeah, that was 2019.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So long ago now.
It's a long, long time, isn't it? The Institute now having a bit of a revamp. So, if you like the old guard, didn't really get invested with the website, that kind of thing. And so they've developed it, you know, to a certain point. Now we've got a new COO, Dave Smith. He works for ABP. So the amount of beef that's gone through his hands is phenomenal, you know.
Phenomenal, yeah, it's a lot.
I remember him in 2005, it would be, I think. He did a tour with me at a plant because I was with Brakes. And so I used to get to deal with all the suppliers and that kind of thing, audit the sites as well. So, yeah, he took me around the plant then. So that's quite nice to have someone that I know in a high place like that, without a doubt.
Yes.
And so, yeah, he's moving it forward. There's more activity now on the Institute of Meat website. They are still doing the training days. You know, that they set them up on farms or abattoirs, that kind of thing, and it's open to every member. I think membership's 60 quid a year. Yeah. So, you know, you will get invited to them days, and they had quite a good turnout. In fact, 3 of my apprentices went to the last one. So that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That looked good, actually. That was hosted by the Institute of Meat, was it?
It was.
Wow. It looked like it's a cracking day.
Yeah. You know, so
and if it's £60 a year and you get invited to something like that, it's worth the money.
Isn't it? You know what I mean? All you got to pay to get there. It's like, yeah. So yeah, there's lots of things now for the future that are going to be moving forward. I'm liking that. Definitely.
Yeah, good. Like keeping up with the times, because the Institute of Meat is definitely at one of the highest regards when it comes to the meat industry. But like they have to move with the times and have updated versions of, you know, what's to come and everything else. So it's good that it's moving forward. And Dave Smith will do really well with it.
I mean,
we've seen with APP.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I love the tradition. Butcher's Hall is absolutely mind-blowing, you know? They've got stained glass windows there that were donated hundreds of years ago. So that's just wicked, you know? Just walking around.
It's awesome.
Like, this is us. This is us, you know? I mean, it's there for every one of us, you know? So Gav Pittman is going to be awarded his certificate. He's already been told he is now Master Butcher Institute of Meat. So February is the ceremony down at Butcher's Hall.
Yep.
Last year was the biggest. They had close to 200 people attend. That's like family, friends, industry, all that. So I'm going to be there for Gavs. I want to see that. And my mate Martin, he will be getting his as well. So that'll be a cracking day.
Good. What a great day. And well deserved for them boys as well. They really deserve it. They're hard workers. They know the industry very well. And kudos to them for actually doing the actual accreditation.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, they struggle having the time. So they'll take a year, but I get excited. So 2 months done. Yeah, we're in. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Set me a place.
Let's just get it over and done with. Yeah. Get the meat presents there, baby.
And we need to talk about the meal. The meal at that ceremony. The beef
is
phenomenal. I mean, if you're going to get good beef, it's got to be there, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Yeah, that was a cracking day. I can't remember what else was on the menu. I was giddy. So.
Well, we'll find out in February when Gav does his, because I'm sure he'll take photos, and same with Martin of like the meal and that. Be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or I'll book us tickets. I'll let you know.
Absolutely. If it's in February time, it's the quietest time for us. So we might as well fucking.
That's why they do it. Yeah. January, everyone's just catching up after Christmas, so February, it's all calm. Get Valentine's out of the way. Yeah, done. So
yeah, brilliant. I think because I didn't know too much. I knew it was done by the Institute of Meat and everything, but like the whole background and everything that comes with it, like it doesn't sound too difficult, but it can take you up to a year if you want to. And I think it's like really cool just to know a bit more insight on that side of that can come with like not just working as a butcher and doing those. It's an extra additive that gives you accreditation. I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it came to the part of prove your training, of who you're bringing on and who's been in the industry and what they've achieved, that kind of thing. And I said about being at Gateway, and his eyes lit up, Roger. And he's like, I used to run the meat there. And he also ran Dewhurst's, right? This guy knows me. And I went, yeah. I went, have a look at this. And I fetched out his Meat Master training manual from when he was at Gateway. And he went, wow. Have you got the video as well? I went, yeah, I've got the video on VHS. I haven't got anything to play it, but I've still got it. And that made his day, that one of his boys was going to be an accredited Master Butcher. So, yeah, we had a right old chat. But like I say, you will be assigned a moderator. You are not alone, So if you're stuck at any point, contact them. They want you to succeed. I am. I'm number 45. And that was over
nice.
That was over 30 years. I think they're now into the 70s.
Still low numbers.
Yeah. And that's global, because you got South Africans in there. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's global. And so I have now helped 10 people get through it, So if anyone does want to reply and do it, just give me a shout. I'll talk about this all day long. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do, isn't it?
Here to support. It's all about
preaching the good word.
I was trying to think of your old strap line. Yeah. Oh, no,
yeah.
One piece at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Love it. That's what we do. Get out of bed in the morning,
go
cook meat, and play with sharp knives. I love that.
Yeah. I love it. It's such a brilliant. Well, it's just a career, isn't it? And it doesn't feel like work half the time until we, reach Christmas.
November the 6th, mate. Christmas starts for me November the 6th.
Yeah.
Get bonfire night out of the way, and that's it. We're off.
Yeah. So, bonfire night, and then kick off. Yeah. Ooh.
We next
Bonfire night. Mm.
yeah, next week we get our Christmas turkey pricing, so it'll be held from 1st of November through.
Mm.
So that'll be good. That's early. That is earlier than ever. So normally we're sort of like getting through to the end of November before they'll actually confirm for a Christmas price.
That's quite good. That means they're quite onto it then, because that like
Yeah.
end of November, it's too short. Because you got what, a month, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. It's not enough time to prep
Yeah.
and get ready.
Yeah. I mean, generally, we have definitely been the cheapest food service supplier for the last 10 years at Christmas turkey. Some of the big boys, they actually quote prices, and you're like, you ain't going to hold that. Sure enough, they run out because their supplier's like, what are you doing? we're,
Mm.
we're not going to let you have it at that price. No. So
No,
they literally point people our way because we are the right money. But when it comes to buying power, you know, you're doing 400 million a year. Yeah, we got the buying power.
you always, yeah, you got the buying power. I was going to say, being part of Tesco's and everything, you have got the buying power, but
But yeah,
you
we've
are
got
right.
more buying power now.
You get should we move on to some guest questions?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah? All
yeah, yeah.
right. Go on. All right. So, first question: what's a belief or habit that's been a key to your success?
Without a doubt, people buy from people. Treat people how you want to be treated yourself. Never overpromise, and people will buy
Hmm.
from you. You know,
Yeah.
always tell the truth. I, I've mixed with so many reps, and you sit there cringing because it's like you can't do that. You you can't hold that price. I know we haven't got that in stock. You know, and you're sitting there thinking, stop lying. Just stop.
Yeah.
Don't. You know, just be genuine. Tell the truth. If you ain't got it, you ain't
Mm.
got it. But if you can't do the price, walk away. No problem. Just don't
Yeah.
lie. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I like it.
that has definitely served me well. Definitely.
Yeah. You can tell in like your career now and like your sales and everything speaks for itself and all the way through. Ever since I've known you, you've always been like the straight shooter, but with like a fun twist to it. So, and it's brilliant. It's a brilliant trait to have as a person, and it makes you more reliable than ever.
Mm, thank you. Yeah, I like it. It's stood me well, and definitely encourage anyone else to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Three guests to invite to dinner, dead or alive. Go.
Number one is dead. He died in September 1971. My granddad Cashmore, because he never got to
No.
see me butchering. My granddad Corbett, so he was absolutely made up when I would become a Saturday lad in a butcher's. And then when I got a full-time job straight from school, he just loved it. He held butchers high up there, you know, and
Mm.
he gave butchers the respect that we should get because he understood that we fed people. And I was like, ah, so
Mm.
I've always had that in the back of my head. And Norm's always on about this, the amount of people as a trade that we keep alive because they couldn't go and do this themselves. And it's like, yeah, you're dead right, you know? So, yeah, my granddad, Cashmore, he passed when I was 6. So
Mm.
he never had any clue about what I was going to turn out to be or what I was going to, what career.
Mm.
So he was a miner all of his career. Um,
Mm.
then, as the mine closed, he then went and worked as a quartermaster in a army barracks, and so ran like their warehouse, I suppose, isn't it? That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would hope so. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What did they do? Yeah. So yeah, that's what he does. So 100%, he'd be the first person at that table, because I can
Nice.
still remember him, and
Mm.
a lot of people say that I look like him. That's that'd be nice, showing what I've grown up to be.
That's good.
The second one is very much alive. very much alive. Darren O'Rourke.
Fuck. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I've not yet had the pleasure of meeting him face to face.
Mm.
You know, I mean, clearly we've done the live chat, but I just absolutely admire the man. What he does,
Yes.
he's just. I wish I had 10% of his talent. Honestly, the guy is
You and me both.
just amazing. You know, I mean,
Mm.
forever a student. That means so much. That is like, look, lose the ego, go and learn something today. We can all learn something new every day. I I went to that big barbecue community cook-up in Cheshire week
Yes.
last Saturday. I learned. I watched Butcher John 1, and I learned. Yeah, it was effortless and so economical. Yeah, and it's like, yes, I could watch this man all day long, and that's how I feel about Darren O'Rourke, because the knowledge is just dripping out of him. It's just like,
Yeah, you got to try and soak it up as he's there. You're just like, fuck. That is, yeah. Oh, Darren O'Rourke, 100%.
yeah,
What a guy. But he's a great icon, and like his legacy is just phenomenal. And he has no ego about himself either. So he's just like,
zero,
yeah, man,
zero.
manana.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, that would be great because he's easy to talk to, and you, he's just got so much respect out there.
mm,
So yeah,
yeah,
so that's number 2. Number 3 is very much alive. You spoke to him recently, Aaron Water.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
100%. Yes.
I can't say enough good things about him. Cannot. I love the man, and again, straight talker and loves the trade. Totally different area of the trade to me, but the big thing in common is Victory Knives, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
we,
100%. Yes.
we like sharp knives, simple as that. I love to watch him slaughter because him and Matt Christensen are the ones that I follow mainly with the slaughter side of it. It's the compassion, you know.
Mm, mm,
Both guys have got a sense of humour, but no, as soon as that gun's out, the bullshit stops and it's all about that animal. It goes
yeah.
peacefully,
Mm,
rightfully where it's grown, you know, with its friends. So I just love that side of that. I mean, again, for me, as a Saturday lad, my boss said to me, if you want to be a butcher, you've got to learn it from the bottom up. That's going to include livestock, it's going to include slaughter. So
mm.
I got involved in that. And yeah, so what Aaron and Matt do blows me away. So to get Aaron on board for a chat, I'd love that. And it'd be some
He'll be
decent
he'll
good.
be listening to this.
Yeah, I hope he does. I know he does listen to them all. I don't know, what would we eat though? Would it be beef? Would it be pork? He loves it, doesn't he? It's
You just
no,
do
it
a
got to be
massive
beef.
medley of everything. Yeah,
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 why not? Yeah, just bring it on. So they're the guys. My granddad, Darren, and Aaron. That would be wicked.
mm.
Yeah.
And Darren O'Rourke will cook, and then yeah, well, yeah.
Yes. So we're having.
Lemon is yeah. So Aaron will kill it, Darren will cook it, and you and your granddad and everyone else will drink and catch up.
Nice.
Done.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good dinner party. Did not see Mr. O'Rourke getting there. Whew.
No.
Him and Brian Mayer. Him and Brian
Yeah.
Mayer is
Oh,
definitely yeah.
do you know
Those
what?
two. Imagine those two.
I would be happy to sit there and not speak.
Yeah,
I would just listen.
yeah,
Because with every sentence you'll learn something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every day's a
Not.
school day, baby.
Yeah. Forever a student. Yeah.
Forever a student. Yeah.
So
Right. Number 3. Favorite quote.
I don't know. I don't remember stuff like this. I thought it was a question. What's the question?
Quote.
Oh, quote.
Yeah. We don't have to. We can skip that if you want.
Yeah, because I genuinely don't remember shit like that.
What question do you wish people asked you more?
You ready for this? Can I show you an easier way?
It's
That's
brilliant.
simple.
Mm,
And
that's simple.
again, that has come from the demo by Butcher John. One. Don't forget the one. He was the one. I showed my apprentice how John French trims racks a lamp and
With the string.
Yeah. Blew
Mm,
his mind.
mm.
Yeah. Because before we'd always used a knife and we'd peeled it back. Yeah. But using that string, just like, what? One go, done. There you are. And he's like, I can't get him off him now. I can't stop him doing it. It's like, anybody wants,
If it works, it works.
if anybody wants any French trimming done, he's in there. He's fighting to get to the best end. He's like, I'll do them for you. So yeah, happy days. But sorry, I can't help with the quotes. Just they don't stick in my head. Do not stick.
It's fine. That's fine. It's no problem. Right, last question and is the most important. Is aliens real?
You know it. Think
Fucking
back.
heck.
Think back to Butcher Wars. Ask her. Butcher Lawsy. That man's an alien.
He's not human. He's just the god, isn't he? He's just this top tier. Yeah.
I mean, again, I was chatting last night with Harry, one of the apprentices that we mentor, and he was excited that Team GB are putting out applications for Australia 2028. And he wanted to know all about it because he knows that we're involved. So we're having a chat about that. And I sent him the photograph of Laws's display, the Atlantis display. And
He's went top tier of just like this is like the staple. You just went top tier and just fucking hurt the poor kid.
yeah, he put his notice in this morning. I just said, look, competition butchery is something you have never done. You know, you need to understand you're talking about the WBC 2028. Have you got time to prepare this? And I sent him Laws's photograph and it blew his mind. And I went, 25 minutes, 25 minutes, mate. And he's like, no way. I went, yeah. I said, so you need to come with me. I mean, he actually was at an award ceremony and met Conor Ringrose. And I said, you know, Conor, go see his shop because they give him a section that he can practice for his upcoming, display. And so he's going to do that. And I said, like, if you saw what Conor did, at Paris, it will blow your mind. So he had a look at that as well. And he's like, I see what you mean. See what you mean.
Yeah. And considering as well, like with the WBC when we were in Paris as well, and seeing the end results, especially with Team Australia and like all of them, like that's 3.5 hours. But that practice alone is 2.5 years of just practice and collaborating with people. It's huge. It's a huge step for anyone. And like competition wise, everyone should do it. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely, everyone should fucking do it. But like for a young fella like that, it's a big step. But it's good on him because he's got the fucking balls to. And I don't doubt he won't do well. But you're going up against some fucking juggernauts.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit. And it's very cruel of you to show him Brett Laws straight off the cusp and be like, yeah, this is like the pinnacle of like competition butchery. And he's like, oh, fuck. But it was number one. He's number one in the world for a reason, baby. But it is part of like the friendly competition.
Yeah.
Because anytime we could turn to Brett Law, or Darren O'Rourke, you name it, we can turn to any of them and be like, I need a bit of help doing this. And they'll be like, straight away, they'll call you. And that's the beauty of this community, the Big Butcher family.
I mean, something that I think we need to get across to all the youngsters in the trade is to get to a competition. Just go and see it. Just get involved, You'll probably end up lifting the display onto the table or something because they need that, help. So just get there. Go and see it live. It's mind blowing.
Mm.
Yeah. Was it the WBC that put out there? What? Yeah, I'm sure it was the WBC. You know, what got your interest in the Will Butcher Challenge? And I said Belfast 2018, Team GB. That blew my mind. And I said that to Jess. I went, you actually lit a fire in me and got me more excited about meat. Yeah, I was excited anyway, but wow, this is mind blowing. The teamwork, the focus involved, it's mind blowing. So
Yeah, 100%.
I
And that's
would
what
enjoy
also, and last week as well with like Elena Epson as well. When she went to that as well, 2018, and saw that, she goes, I want to be on this side of the world, and she wants to be a part of that community. And now look at her, you know, she's with HG Walters. She's a former judge for like Team GB and that. Like she said the exact same in hers last week, that it just lit a fire in me, like it just wanted me to thrive for better, you know. And I was like,
yeah.
fucking A.
She
You're a multi-award winning butcher as it is.
she didn't she take part in Will Butcher's Challenge, Butcher Wars Transylvania or Romania?
Yes.
She got involved.
Yeah. Czech Republic.
There you go. Yeah. I mean,
So
it's
in
going to be
her
mega.
episode, she goes, where the competition was for the Butcher Wars was on a brewery.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dear. Shannon Walker would have been all over that like a rash.
In fact, I need to go and watch that episode straight away because she's put a little comment. Sorry, Dave, on Instagram. I don't know what she said.
It's a very. We'll find out. It is a fun episode, and plus, you know, it's me just picking apart her brain, especially for like the WBC and everything as well. I think you'll find a lot of the information that she's relays. I think you'll find that helps a lot, clarify a lot of things, and it's great. It's a good episode. I fucking love her, and she was good fun.
Mate, they're all good. I'll watch them all.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got a bit of work to do, but thank you so much for joining me.
Absolute pleasure coming on. Thank you very much.
Before you leave, plug and promote everything. Dave Corbett.
Everything Dave Corbett. Right. Just Lounge Live. Instagram.
Yep.
Love it. Being a team member 3 years, I think. We're just going strength to strength. If you're young butcher in the UK or Ireland, if you are an apprentice butcher, get involved with the knife draws that we do every month. Do you know what, Anne? I've got a knife draw going down in New Zealand for apprentice butchers. Yeah, you know the logoed up victory knives? And
Yeah.
no one's entered it yet. It's like, they don't get involved. I did 2 areas of Australia. They didn't get involved either. It's weird. So I'm going to give it another push anyway, so we'll get on that.
Yeah, keep pushing it.
Damn right.
Keep pushing it. But half the people as well, it's the time difference as well. So like whatever's not in their feed. So it's like, it just takes getting that timing down. So don't take it personally or anything. Like it is just one of those things.
Start ringing people up.
Oi.
I know you. So yeah, I mean, honestly, plug and promote me. That's what I do. That's what I love. You know, it's just butchering in general. And like I say, if anybody wants to talk about the Institute of Meat accreditation, give me a shot. Give me a chat.
100%. Yeah. If I get into that, I'm definitely calling you and saying, is this a wise idea or a fucking dumb idea?
Of course, it's a wise idea. Get it down.
Of course.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, nice.
So, nice. Thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
No, thank you. You're very
Makes a
welcome.
change
Thank
to
you so
be
much
this
for
side.
agreeing. Yeah. Right. Thank you to everyone. We will see you the next episode. We'll see you now. See you, David. Oh.